Hi, I'm Dr. Jana Austin with Allison, Audiology. Before the talks of quarantine or COVID-19 ever began, our team promised you a brand new series on effective communication strategies. As we begin our talks, don't forget that these strategies are designed to make communication better for everyone. They're designed to help in all environments, and they're not necessarily designed just for those with hearing loss, but again, to help everyone communicate more effectively. So let's get started. Our first communication strategy or recommendation is to be mindful of distance. Distance is key when it comes to communication. Make sure that if you're talking to someone or if someone's talking to you, that you're in the same room. If there's too much distance between you, then speech can become degraded. That means that it can become muffled or just isn't clear, and it's harder to understand what's being said. When that happens, if you end up having to ask someone to repeat what they're saying, sometimes they raise their voice or they can even get frustrated with you because you haven't heard what they're saying, when all of that could have been avoided if you were closer in distance. So keep that in mind when you're asking a question or you're having a conversation with someone in your family. Make sure that you're at least in the same room. Now, if someone does start talking to you from another room, to avoid any frustration, it's best for you to tell them to stop and wait, and then actually get up and go to them. Go to the room that they're in, and then explain what's just happened so that they're aware of the breakdown. This way, you can actually illustrate that you were just sitting in the living room and they were talking to you in the bedroom and then even went into the closet, so they were even further away. So it was even harder to understand them. Once you explain that, then ask them to repeat either what they've said or what they've asked. That way you have better effective communication and you can avoid that frustration. Another thing you can do to help the communication as well, make sure that you do repeat what you heard. So if you heard parts of the question that they asked, say those parts and then just ask them to fill in the blank. This way they're not having to repeat everything in entirety and they're less likely to get frustrated as well. So overall, this will help with moods and conversation as a whole. Now we know this strategy is easy to talk about, but it can be a little bit more challenging to remember to implement. Because remember, old habits are hard to break. So we challenge you to implement this starting now, as soon as you've seen this video. And be sure to share it with your loved ones too, so that they're aware and they're on the same page and they're up for the challenge. Of course, we would love any feedback on this. We would love if you could share your stories or share examples. You can comment on the post here. You can even privately message us if you prefer. And just to make it more fun and exciting, all of the entries that we get and people who share their stories and examples, we're gonna enter everyone into a random drawing that we'll be doing over the next few weeks. And that way we'll be giving out gift cards to local businesses and those in the area who we know could really use our support and really stand around and rally around our community. So as we wrap up, we hope that you found today's communication strategy to be helpful, and we hope that you'll start implementing it after you watch this video. To make sure that you catch all of the communication strategies that we'll be releasing over the next few days and weeks, make sure that you not only like this video, but down below on our YouTube page, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. That way you'll get a notification anytime we release new content, which we will be doing for these communication strategies, and that way you'll know as soon as they're posted. We look forward to seeing you in the coming days, and don't forget, when you're implementing today's strategy, distance is key.